You ever feel like you're doing everything right but still ending up with nothing? Like you're working hard, staying disciplined, showing up every day, but the results just aren't coming? And the worst part is watching other people who seem lazier, less focused, less committed, somehow getting exactly what you want. It messes with your head. You start questioning yourself, am I not good enough? Am I wasting my time? What's the point of trying if nothing changes? This feeling has a name in psychology. It's called learned helplessness, the belief that no matter what you do, nothing will work. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is that most people are working hard in the wrong direction. They confuse motion with progress. They confuse being busy with being effective. They think effort alone should guarantee results, but effort without strategy is just exhausting yourself for nothing. So let's break down exactly why hard work sometimes feels like it leads nowhere, and more importantly, what you're probably doing wrong without even realizing it. First reason, you're chasing outcomes you can't control. A lot of people set goals that depend entirely on external factors: getting hired, going viral, being chosen, winning a competition, getting someone to like them. But here's the brutal truth: you can't control outcomes. You can only control actions. When you tie your self-worth to results you can't control, you set yourself up for constant disappointment. Example: you apply to 50 jobs, work on your resume, prepare for interviews, but you don't get hired. You feel like a failure. But hiring depends on timing, company needs, other candidates, budget cuts, internal politics. Most of it has nothing to do with you. The work wasn't wasted, you just aimed at the wrong target. Second reason, you're improving the wrong skills. Some people spend years getting better at things that don't actually move them forward. They optimize the irrelevant. They get really good at tasks that don't matter. Example: you spend hours perfecting your resume design, choosing fonts, making it look beautiful, but the actual content is weak. Or you practice public speaking for months but never put yourself in situations where you actually need to speak. Improvement without application is just sophisticated procrastination. Third reason, you're working hard but not working smart. There's a massive difference between the two. Working hard means putting in hours. Working smart means putting in the right hours on the right things. Some people grind 12 hours a day on low-impact tasks and wonder why nothing changes. Meanwhile, someone else works 3 focused hours on high-leverage activities and gets 10x the results. Example: spending all day answering emails, attending pointless meetings, reorganizing your desk, refreshing social media. You're busy, you're tired, but you accomplished nothing that actually matters. Fourth reason, you're not getting feedback. A lot of people work in isolation, never testing their ideas, never asking for input, never adjusting based on reality. They just keep doing the same thing over and over, hoping it'll suddenly work. But without feedback, you're just guessing. Example: you write for months but never share your work. You train alone but never compete. You build projects but never show them to anyone. You're improving in a vacuum, and that's why nothing lands. Fifth reason, you're too comfortable. Growth requires discomfort. But most people avoid discomfort at all costs. They work hard, sure, but only within their safe zone. They do the same exercises. They talk to the same people. They apply the same strategies. They never push into the area where real growth happens. Example: you go to the gym every day but lift the same weights for months. You're working hard, but you're not progressing. Your body adapted. You need more tension, more challenge, more resistance. Sixth reason, you're confusing activity with achievement. Activity is doing stuff. Achievement is doing stuff that matters. A lot of people fill their days with tasks that feel productive but produce nothing valuable. Checking boxes. Staying busy. Looking productive. But at the end of the week, nothing actually changed. Example: you spend hours researching the perfect workout plan, instead of just working out. You read 10 books on entrepreneurship but never start a business. You watch motivational videos but never take action. 7th reason, you quit right before it works. Most people give up too early. They expect results immediately. They work for a few weeks, see no progress, and assume it's pointless. But real results take time. Consistency over months, not days. The problem isn't that hard work doesn't pay off, it's that you're not working long enough to see it pay off. Example, you start lifting weights, but after 3 weeks you see no visible change and quit. But muscle growth takes months. You were improving, you just didn't wait long enough to see it. 8th reason, you're solving the wrong problem. Some people are extremely good at solving problems that don't actually need solving. They optimize details that don't matter. They work incredibly hard on the wrong battle. Example, you're struggling financially, so you spend hours cutting coupons and saving $5 here and there, when the real problem is you need to earn more, not spend less. You're working hard, but you're working on the wrong lever. 9th reason, you're not aligned with what you actually want. A lot of people work hard toward goals they don't even care about. Goals their parents want. Goals society expects. Goals that sound impressive but feel hollow. And when you're not aligned with your target, motivation dies. Discipline fades. Results disappear. Example, you're grinding through a degree you hate because someone told you it's a safe path. You work hard, but every day feels like dragging yourself through mud. That's because deep down, you know it's not your goal. 10th reason, you lack clarity. You can't hit a target you can't see. A lot of people say they're working hard, but if you ask them what they're working toward, they give vague answers: success, happiness, a better life. But vague goals produce vague results. Without a clear, specific target, all your effort scatters into noise. Example, you say you want to get in shape, but you don't define what that means. 10% body fat. Run a 5K. Lift a certain weight. Without clarity, you're just wandering. 11th reason, you're surrounded by the wrong people. Your environment shapes your results more than your effort. If you're the hardest worker in a room full of lazy people, you'll still underperform compared to an average worker in a room full of killers. The people around you set the standard. They define what's normal. They influence your habits, your mindset, your expectations. Example, all your friends spend weekends partying and complaining about life. You try to work hard, but their energy drags you down. You start doubting yourself. You start thinking effort is pointless because no one around you values it. 12th reason, you're not learning from failure. Failure isn't the problem. Repeating the same failure is. A lot of people work hard, fail, and then just try again using the exact same approach. They don't analyze what went wrong. They don't adjust. They don't adapt. They just hope it'll magically work next time. Example, you send the same generic cold email to 100 people and get 0 responses. Instead of rewriting it, testing different approaches, analyzing what failed, you just send 100 more of the same message. 13th reason, you're trying to do everything alone. Some goals require collaboration, networking, mentorship, teamwork. But a lot of people, especially guys, think asking for help is weak. So they struggle in isolation, reinventing the wheel, making avoidable mistakes, taking years to learn what someone else could teach them in weeks. Example, you're trying to build a business alone when you have 0 experience. Instead of finding a mentor, joining a community, partnering with someone experienced, you just grind in the dark, hoping you'll figure it out. 14th reason, your expectations are unrealistic. You think 1 month of effort should produce massive results. You think 1 good week should change everything. But real progress is slow, boring, invisible for a long time, and then suddenly it compounds. Expecting fast results leads to frustration, burnout, and quitting. Example, you start a YouTube channel, post 5 videos, get 20 views, and quit because you're not viral yet. But most successful creators spent years in obscurity before anything clicked. 15th reason, you're not taking care of yourself. Hard work means nothing if your body and mind are breaking down. Sleep deprivation. Poor nutrition. No recovery. Constant stress. Burnout. You can't perform at a high level when you're running on fumes. A lot of people confuse suffering with productivity. They think destroying themselves is discipline. But peak performance requires rest, recovery, health. Example, you sleep 4 hours a night, skip meals, never take breaks, and wonder why your focus is terrible, your mood is terrible, your results are terrible. 16th reason, you're not tracking progress. If you don't measure, you can't improve. A lot of people feel like they're working hard but have no idea if it's actually moving them forward. Without tracking, you can't see patterns. You can't identify what works. You can't adjust. Example, you say you're trying to save money, but you don't track expenses. You just try to spend less and hope it works. Months later, nothing changed because you had no feedback system. 17th reason, you're not being honest with yourself. Deep down, you know if you're really working hard or just pretending. You know if you're giving full effort or half-assing it. You know if you're being disciplined or just going through the motions. But admitting that truth is uncomfortable, so you lie to yourself. You call distraction research. You call procrastination planning. You call comfort balance. And because you're lying to yourself, you never fix the real problem. So here's the truth, hard work without direction is just exhausting. Hard work without strategy is just wasted energy. Hard work without honesty is just self-deception. The people who win aren't always the hardest workers, they're the people who work hard on the right things, in the right way, for long enough to see it pay off. So stop asking, why isn't this working, and start asking better questions. Am I working on what actually matters? Am I getting feedback and adjusting? Am I being honest about my effort? Am I clear on where I'm going? Am I consistent enough to see results? Because the moment you start asking better questions, you start getting better answers. And the moment you start working smart instead of just working hard, everything changes.